Hi,
Hi,
I'm
guys.
good, Emma.
Hello.
How's it going?
So
Great.
good.
Well, you guys have got to be excited. This is finally coming out.
Yes, it's been a long time coming, but in the words of Vanessa, it won't be long.
Oh, no.
Each of you had such beautifully complex characters. For each of you, I'm wondering what part of your character did you feel like most personally resonated with you?
All of Nina. I mean, I personally related to her arc and her experiences and her stories. They all felt like fragments of my life, and I think all of us in all of our characters, we found pieces of us. That's the beauty of Kiara and Lynn's writing. Personally, for me, being first generation Latin American of Dominican parents, but born in New York, I did always feel like, a lot of my dreams were like bigger than anybody that I could, in the sense, anyone that I could look to, while still having the support of like very strong, women and like business oriented, family members in my life that were like, dream as big as you can. I did also feel the responsibility of like, well, like if I have the chance to dream that big, like I almost can't say no, because there's so much sacrifice attached, generationally to that first generation, that gets to go off to college or gets to, do something that their past family members haven't been able to do. And so Nina, is grappling with that when she comes back home from Stanford, after having, some tough experiences at Stanford where she doesn't feel really welcomed as she does on her block where she's lived all her life. And there's a lot of guilt attached to admitting that, because in everybody else's eyes, she's fine. We don't got to worry about Nina. She's living the dream for all of us. And I think a lot of people relate to that, to admitting the guilt of, man, I don't know if I can do this, if I should do this. And then she finds her purpose in the importance of her path in her community and taking her community with her in a space where people like her rarely get the chance to even make it. So yeah, I related to her a lot in that sense, being in an industry where my family, nobody in my family is in this industry, and I've kind of had to take what they've given me to as they brought me up, and like take it with me into the spaces that I'm moving into now.
Melissa, how about you? What resonated most with you?
I mean, there's so much about Vanessa that I feel like is me as well. I also left my hometown to pursue my dreams. I left Mexico to go and study musical theater, and I knew that if I stayed, I wasn't going to be able to do the things that I wanted to do. So it was this idea of like leaving to be able to become the person that you want to be, which is what Vanessa wants. And Vanessa is also very strong-willed, and sometimes she is so focused on doing what she wants to do that she forgets to like open up and ask for help, and open up to all the people around her that love her. And I feel like I'm the same way sometimes. I'm like, I can do this on my own, like, and I'm not going to tell anyone until I do it. And I think that's something that makes her a very strong person, but it's also a flaw, of closing yourself off. And it's not until she realizes that Usnavi, the person that she's known her entire life, actually sees her for who she is, and she doesn't have to like, close herself off from these people that want to help her, that she has this awakening of, why am I running away from this place that's actually my source of inspiration? And I feel like, yeah, I relate to all of that. I relate to all that journey of running away, of wanting to run away from home to become another person, but then also missing home and realizing that that place is what made you who you are and what gave you the materials to build the dreams that you're pursuing.
Corey, how about you?
I think there's this Morrison quote that I always talk about, that colleague shared with me, that Toni Morrison quote that talks about creating your center, and what you think is the edge or the border for everybody else, or where they think you are, claiming where you are as central, and living in that. And so I think that's what Benny does. That's who he is. And I think he's, still growing and trying to sort of find himself, as well as trying to like reach out and lift his community. But I think he's just a rock, a pillar there. And he looks up to, Kevin Rosario, because he's ambitious. He has goals and dreams, and he doesn't know where they are, but he sort of runs headfirst into them. He also tries to love, without borders, in his relationship with Nina, like the being able to sort of let go and let your partner do what they need to do. And so I don't know, I just sort of synthesize all of that. We often get the chance to play these characters who sometimes they're so different from us, but sometimes they sort of resonate with us here. And so it was just a blessing to be able to step into Benny's shoes and give him life, because there's a lot of Bennies out there.
There's a lot of important kind of messages at the core of the movie. What do you hope that, audiences are going to take away, that fans are going to take away as kind of the core message of the film?
I hope that they take away, I hope that people that haven't seen themselves see themselves. That's something that I think shook all of us, that we didn't realize how much we missed. I personally didn't realize how much I missed seeing someone that looked like my mom on screen, or seeing someone that looked like me, like in a script. And I think that's gonna rock. I mean, the stage version already did that for Broadway and for theater. And in the same way, we hope that happens on screen. But I will say that I hope that people feel like their dreams, whether they're seemingly small or seemingly too big to accomplish, that all of them are valid and valuable and should be treated with the same amount of love and respect and value as anyone else's dreams, whether you're from a small town or a big town or downtown, or we all should be able to dream. They're different dreams, but we are justified in dreaming whatever those dreams are.
Looking back on this experience for you all, what is your favorite memory of production, and what do you think that you're going to take away from this experience, both professionally and personally?
Personally, I think, the character sort of gave, each of us certain things in the community and camaraderie, and also just reminding ourselves of the value that we hold. 'Cause sometimes you show up and it's just, it's just a job, or it's just sometimes you show up and you don't feel like your voice is truly a part of the creative experience. And I really felt that from the very beginning. Lynn, Kiara, John, and they all gave us an opportunity and a platform to help shape this version that we now get to leave for, the generations after us. To, they'll be able to see this. The people who didn't get to see the Broadway show, now the world will get to see this and experience it for years and years and years to come. So I'm just glad that they gave us the opportunity to step into that power and to step into that, and reminded us of our power and our value as artists.
Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on a fantastic film.
Thank you so much.